This is the perfect morning practice routine for bass beginners. And if the morning part sounds arbitrary, I hear ya. I'll explain in a sec. But I can prove these exercises work, because in just 30 days of 10 minutes of practice, my students got stronger fingers, including that pesky pinky. They hit the right notes more often. They had less flailing and flying fingers and hit the right strings more often. They fixed wayward ringing and rumbling with better muting technique. They actually got motivated to practice more often. And they all lost over 100 pounds. But you won't get all those benefits if you just skip to the tabs and mindlessly wiggle your fingers. I'm gonna show you how to do each exercise so you actually ditch your bad technique habits and get closer to playing your favorite songs. And if you've ever struggled with mixing up notes, a weak-ass ring finger and weaker-asser pinky, or your fretting hand looking like a lost and undecided spider, you need the jump start of exercise 1, the finger fixer, which will get your finger strength and coordination solid enough to play many beginner dream songs. It'll wake up your plucking hand and give you confidence with all 4 fretting fingers. So here's how to play it and actually get those benefits. If you know a B minor scale, which you would if you'd taken my Beginner to Badass course, most of these fingerings should be familiar. You want to go index, ring, pinky, index, ring, pinky, ring, middle, and then weird one, pinky, ring, pinky, index, ring, pinky, index, ring. And to really get the juice from this exercise, keep your fingers as low to the frets as you can. And in bar 2, watch out for that ring finger note. You need to curl the finger back a bit, which is a tough move for most beginners. Let's try this together. Slow the video to 50 or 75% speed, or just play 1 bar for starters if you need to. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So look, you could theoretically do these exercises any time of day, and they'll still work. But for many people, including me, a morning routine is a lifesaver, because you get the practice in before kids and dogs and chores interfere. So if you can stand to subtract 10 minutes of doom scrolling from your day, aiming for 10 minutes of practice in the morning is a great doable start. And if you really want to stay consistent with practice and build your bass foundation, my step-by-step Beginner to Badass course starts from the absolute ground floor and works you up to where you could easily tackle the exercises in this video at any time of day. Click the link below or check it out at BassBuzz.com. But if you've ever done battle and lost with string crossing or flying, flailing fingers, you'll get huge gains from exercise 2, the string crossing crusher. Yeah, I did name these myself, thanks for asking. This will unstuck your plucks, get your shifting into next gear, and develop the elusive finger roll technique. And by the way, these exercises don't just make you better at performing the exercises. According to my student testers, exercise 2 has greatly improved all of my overall plucking. When playing other music, I've seen a huge improvement in my ability. But again, if you want to see benefits like that, it's about how you use your technique in the exercise, not just about ripping through the notes as fast as you can. So to really understand this exercise, we need to focus on the plucking first. Just looking at the first bar and only the strings, not even fretting the notes yet, we've got A string, D string, G string, D string, A string. And there are actually 4 ways to pluck this. I know, stick with me. So you can alternate index and middle starting on the index, and that's kind of the default on bass. So that would be index, middle, index, middle, index. You could also alternate starting on the middle, middle, index, middle, index, middle. You could also incorporate raking, which is repeating a finger when you string cross back down for efficiency. If you're new to raking, I have a whole video on that, but that would give you index, middle, index, 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 or if you start on the middle and rake, middle, index, middle, middle, middle. Look, this is probably too much info for one YouTube video, but nobody clicks on practical plucking patterns to practice patiently. And you really need to know this, because you can use any of these 4 plucking approaches on any bass line and see what works best. So doing this exercise will help you get comfortable with all of them so that you can intuitively choose the right pattern. And there's one more sneaky addition to this exercise. For the fretted notes, you could play index, ring, pinky for each group, just shifting that around. But if you want even more practice, you can use the finger roll technique with your pinky and play index, pinky, pinky. Many people find this challenging at first, but it's a super useful efficiency move for common bass line shapes, like this root 5th octave pattern. So your pinky finger tip goes on the D string. I'm gonna hide the other fingers so you can see, but don't also hide your fingers. So then for the G string note, you're gonna straighten the end joint a little bit and or rock your arm back, or some mix of the two, and fret near the joint. You'll have to experiment to find the right positioning. for your finger length, but this is very possible whether you have freaky alien fingers like me or little sausages. So pick one of the 4 plucking patterns, finger roll or not, and this one might be just what you needed. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you first learn these exercises, you might spend your whole 10-minute session on just one of them. But as you get comfortable, you can do all 3 in the same session for a more rounded routine. And to help you out with that, I made you a full play along with me 10-minute workout video. Check the link in the description when you're done here. But there's still one missing ingredient to make sure this routine levels up your playing all around. If you've ever struggled with unwanted ringing strings, notes that are too long or short, and lining up your mutes with your plucks, you need to get serious about exercise 3, Mute Master, which will teach you muting with both hands so your notes don't sound shitty. If someone foolish looked at these notes, they might think, hey, that's just an F major scale. Why am I wasting my time watching this video? But I know you are far too clever and attractive to think that. You would understand there's got to be more to it, and indeed, this one isn't about the notes. It's about creating the spaces between the notes using muting. This exercise is beastlier than it looks because you need to mute open strings and fretted notes. And some mutes lead to a long rest, and some are super quick between notes. And you need to choose between muting with your fretting hand versus your plucking hand. So here's how all that works. Play the first note, release the fretting pressure, and touch the string with fretting or plucking fingers for that 8th rest. Play the second note, and that dot means to make it a short note. So lightly release the fretting pressure, but stay touching the string, and then quickly press back down for the 3rd note, and then mute as usual for the quarter rest. Altogether, that sounds like 1, 2, and 3, 4. Long, mute, short, long, mute. You do the same moves in bar 2, but it's a different challenge because it's a different fretting finger. So you play, lift, and touch the strings with either hand, play, do a quick lift, play another note, and then lift and mute for the last quarter rest. Long, mute, short, long, mute. Then bar 3 is an open string, which feels a little different as well. Play the string, touch, probably with your fretting hand, play, quick touch and release, play, and mute. Long, mute, short, long, mute. And continue those same moves through the whole bass line, choosing fretting hand or plucking hand muting as it feels comfortable. Slowing down the exercise or taking it 1 or 2 bars at a time will really help decrease the difficulty on this one until you get your bearings. But if you put the time in, this exercise will have you actually doing muting outside the exercise more comfortably. All right, let's hit it. And do not ask me what the hell genre this track is. I plead the 5th. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you really want to cap off your practice routine right, you need to end with something fun that makes you want to come back the next day. But what could be more fun than bass exercises? Well, how about playing real songs? So click here for 5 beginner bass riffs that you cannot f up for some inspiration to make sure you stay motivated. You doing anything fun this weekend? I just saw Sling Blade for the first time, almost 20 years late. It was good.